said I was going to show the difference between uh, grains and grams, and get the old gun out of the way here, and how that applies. Go hit the camera. How that applies to reloading, because there is a difference, and some people don't know the difference between those, and it really is a big difference in how you do. Powder and bullets are measured in what is called grains. From what I understand, it's how they used to measure powder. It was in this scale called grains. And of course, they transferred it over to weighing the bullets and everything else. So you see, open up a box and it says 50 grain bullet on it. That's what they're talking about. Not grams, it's grains. I have three different sizes here: 147 grain bullet, 124 grain bullet, and a 50 grain bullet in the cartridges. I just showed you a while ago the differences between the actual cartridge weights as far as what the cartridge weighs in grams. Now, if you tried to transfer that over to grains and you were measuring powder, this is what would happen. Let's say this is a 147 grain cartridge with a 147 grain bullet in it. It weighs 14 grams. Now watch what happens when I switch this over to grains. There it is on the grain scale. Tear it out. 0. Now, that was basically 14 grams. It weighs 213.32 grains, which is the weight of the bullet, the powder, the casing, and the primer, just like before. So you can't directly convert grams over to grains. Fatal mistake. Because there is a big difference in the two. So that I wanted to demonstrate real quickly for anybody who's confused about grains and grams as far as powder and bullet weights. It's very important that you don't confuse the two, because you'll blow yourself up, obviously, if you try to convert directly over one for one. It don't work that way. It's better to use a scale like this that measures to the hundredth of a grain, which is what you really need for powder measure. You should measure that at least to a tenth, but hundredth would be even better, because as you see the large differences between, let's say, a tenth of a grain and a tenth of a gram. That can be a huge, deadly difference. See what I'm saying? Because a couple of tenths of a grain of powder can make a difference in how that cartridge responds. Trust me. Been there, done that. You can overload a cartridge by 5/10 of a grain and split the casing. Trust me. Yeah, and you start splitting the casing on a bullet, you're overpressuring the gun, you're overpressuring the whole system, you're overpressuring everything. So, don't do it. Use a proper scale. If you're going to be a reloader, use the proper measuring tool, the proper tools. Do not confuse grains and grams, whatever you do, because it's a deadly mistake. And on that note, have a good day.